Welcome to the Asset Hour. I'm Chris Kelly, and I'm here with Kevin Dreier from Reliance Standard. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you, Chris.
So we're going to talk a little bit about employee benefits today, right?
That's perfect.
Before we get into that, though, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin Dreier. I'm with Reliance Standard Life Insurance Company. I've been a group rep for about 36 years now, and last 18 years with Reliance Standard. Uh, Recently, Reliance Standard has really delved into the worksite products, and that's really where I'm hoping this is going to go today.
And how'd you get into the business, Kevin?
Good start. Right out of college, my dad was an employment manager for an insurance company, and I think he was definitely afraid that I was going to end up with him. But instead of being with him, I ended up in the insurance industry and started in 1987 and still going strong.
So from 87 to 2022, employee benefits, workplace benefits have changed drastically, right?
Totally. It started out back in the late 80s. You'd have a medical plan that's maybe $100 or $200 deductible, 80/20 coinsurance where your out of pocket maximum's less than $1,000. Fast forward to 2023, and now we're looking at $4, $5, $6,000 out of pocket maximums per individual. And the dynamic has really changed where there's a gap there, and these worksite products have really done a good job of filling that gap.
So from my standpoint, probably the last 10 years, I've seen worksite employee benefits explode where employees are really demanding them. Is that what you're seeing as well?
We're seeing the same thing. The demand for these gap type products or worksite products have really grown. And again, it's due to a function of those out of pocket maximums getting so high and people not having the ability to come up with that kind of cash. The beauty of these products is the money goes directly to the insured, so they can use that for whatever they need. And it really helps fill that gap.
So for people that aren't familiar how this will generally work, Kevin will meet with the owner, the CFO, or probably the director of HR. You'll talk about the offerings and explain to them what the selections can be, and they have choices.
That is exactly right. Let's take a step back. There's really two approaches to doing this. And the products we're talking about are a critical illness plan, an accident plan, and a hospital indemnity plan. Now, these can be offered to employees where the employee picks up the entire cost, or it can be employer driven. What we have seen is an employer going and actually increasing their out of pocket maximums from their current plan, maybe just $1,000 or so. And the money saved with that is used to purchase an employer paid critical illness and accident package where they can go in and say, hey, our medical plan may go up a little bit in costs as far as out of pocket maximums, but we're also going to offer you a critical illness plan, an accident plan where if you're involved in a major accident or if you are diagnosed with a major illness, we're going to cut a check through Reliance Standard of either 5,000 or 10,000, whatever that lump sum benefit is chosen, and that money goes directly to the employee. On an accident plan, it's a scheduled benefit where if you're involved in a major accident, there'll be an ambulance that comes to get you. You'll get a benefit for that. You'll go to the hospital, you'll be admitted, there'll be a benefit for that. If there's overnight stays, there'll be a benefit for that. Once you're diagnosed with a fracture or a broken bone or something, there's a benefit for that. As you work your way back to being totally rehabbed, there's a benefit for going back and having those services done. So the accident's a scheduled plan. The critical illness is just a lump sum, but that money all goes to that insured where they can use that money to pay down medical expenses or whatever they need.
And the beauty of it is it's coming on a deduction, right? So
Exactly. Now we get in on the admin side. I'm really excited to be able to work with Asset HR because they have the ability to do the administrative function. They can get the payrolls, they can get the premiums to be able to pay for it. They can administer these plans. Chris has a great new employee that's basically responsible for handling this. She'll work in conjunction with my office to be able to offer top-notch administrative services as far as claims or anything. And then that employee knows that they can purchase this and it can be payroll deducted right out of their account through your administrative firm.
And then as a company decides to take these products, you actually will do enrollment meetings in person or via
Exactly,
Zoom?
Chris. We can do either team meetings, Zoom meetings, in-personal meetings. It's our job to help your office and that client to go through a very seamless transition into offering these products to their employees. Again, we can do it in person, we can do Zoom meetings, whatever fits that person.
And what do you see generally, Kevin, as you're doing these enrollment meetings? Some of the questions or concerns that employees have about getting products like this?
Typically, what they're concerned about is how do these plans work. And if you look at it, Reliance Standard is selling a group chassis. And what we do is offer a critical illness plan that is just a singular critical illness plan. There's no riders, there's no additions, there's nothing. Simply, if you are diagnosed with a critical illness, we're going to cut you a check for a lump sum. On the accident side, it's an accident coverage that's a scheduled benefit that covers anything and everything to deal with an accident. There's no riders, no additions. What we found is the individual Aflacs, Colonials, they sell great products and they do a good job with it, but they tend to add riders and stuff that makes it very confusing. So what we do is try to go in with a group chassis and say, we are really going to make this simple. If you have a critical illness, we're going to pay you a lump sum, period. There's no additions, riders. You don't have to do anything other than fill out a claim form. If you're in an accident, we're going to check off all the portions of that schedule, and we're going to make it very easy for you to do. So our goal is to go in, tell the people exactly what the coverage is, make it very simple, and they're going to find that it's very competitively priced, Chris, because it's on a group chassis.
And I think I've seen firsthand, but I know concerns from employees are, will I actually get paid if there's a claim?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, no question. What we have is an 800 number that you can call and talk with a single account person who will be responsible for that particular account. So each time a case comes onto Reliance Standard, they're assigned an account manager and they'll have that 800 number so they can assist with the claims payment. And again, we make it so simple that if you're involved in an accident, here's the person to call, here's the claim form to get paid, you send it in, and we cut you a check right back. If you have any questions at all, I know Chris's team has a person that you can contact. You're going to have a contact in Reliance Standard, and also I'm around.
Well, I've seen it firsthand. So I've gotten emails and letters from employees or employers thanking us for the coverage, and then when there was a claim, the process that went through that the employee was actually taken care of. So thank you for that.
Appreciate working with you and the team. And again, what you're going to find is when that point of claim is, and that's a serious condition, if it's a major illness or an accident, that's something serious. And we want to make sure we get on top of that and keep that insured informed throughout the whole process of where it's at. They have access to be able to find out through their claims person where that benefit is or where it is in the process of the claim. And we do a good job of making sure they have a good, solid handle on who to contact and to keep them involved with the status.
I really appreciate it. On a lighter note, one of our competitors uses a duck. We use our dog Bruce. What's your thoughts on dogs in the workplace?
Absolutely love it. Dogs, kids. At Reliance Standard, we really have a family feel. I know you have it here, and I think that's why this has been such a good partnership, that bring your dogs, your kids, we'll take it all.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of Asset HR and our clients, thank you for the work that you're doing on behalf of us.
Appreciate it, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.